Hey guys, so welcome back to Cultivation with Christy. I'm Christy. I was out here in the golden hour working on some things in the garden, just piddling. I pruned one of the new rose bushes. I finally took in all of my pots. I got some soil ready for Brussels sprouts, so I'm starting some Brussels sprouts here in a minute when I go in, even though it's July and we're in the middle of the summer heat. It is time to start thinking about the fall garden. But what I'm doing right now is tying up some of these tomato plants. This one, see if I can see it, broke in a couple of places here, and it may have just been here, but this half was laying on the ground, this half, and there was another branch, I think this one. So I got all those back upright, and then I've just been coming along and tying these couples. So I got down to here, and as you can see, this one kind of got a little carried away in my walkway, and I need to tie him up. I also actually stopped to get my pruners. These are all the yucky tomatoes. They're just, fertilizer for the garden. But I came in here to prune some of these leaves off. You can see they're starting to get a little diseased, ridden here, and we don't want those. So I'm just going to chop all of those leaves off. And that's just from the rain, the humidity here in the south in general, the age of the plant. There's nothing too much that you can do about it, but look at that. This one's growing out of the armpit of an armpit. It's getting a little carried away. This one's really struggling. Okay, well, I got most of the way down with the pruning and the tying. I think I've got like the 3 San Marzano on the end, but I started to get eated, and I need to come back and prune this end because I have not yet. But what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put some fertilizer down on these tomatoes. Since it's quit raining and I'm doing the watering now, they've got a better chance of actually taking in the nutrients. So I'm just going to put some granular fertilizer down real quick before I get carried away by mosquitoes. Okay, all done. I put a granular fertilizer at the base of all the tomato plants. And then tomorrow morning when I come out to water, I'll water all that in. So, pruned the tomatoes, got all the diseased branches off for now. It's getting hot, so it'll continue to decline. Tomatoes were not made to withstand more than 90 degrees. I'm getting eaten. But I've been MIA. I haven't been posting as often. Even before the 30-day 30-day challenge, I was posting 3 times a week, but I have not quite gotten back up to that. Been up to a few things. Here's a little clip of that. Say hi.
Hi, how are we doing?
Say hi.
Hi. Tons of blueberries.
And so we've had some friends in from out of town. I gave them a tour of the garden yesterday. But also last week I planted, what was over here? The beans. What was the beans? Winged beans. I'll put a picture up on this side of the trellis because I took down the sweet peas. And then I put Tennessee muskmelon on this trellis last Sunday. Today is Saturday, and I've already got one coming up. And then I also finished pulling out the garlic. I've got some straggler potatoes from last year in here. And then I also had leeks over here, which I just pulled up. So nothing is planted in this row. But in this row, I've got soybeans or edamame. Then I have jade green beans, pinto beans, and then black beans over here. Then probably middle of this week or next week, I'll plant the other half of the row. So black beans, pinto beans, green beans, and edamame. I may not even do another thing of edamame because I'm just going to eat those fresh. But I may do another thing of green beans. So these two rows I think will be green beans. So filling out the garden spaces. I also did some chaos gardening today. I put some basil back here. What did I put here? Sesame seeds. I planted sunflowers back there. I just threw handfuls of seeds in there, literally. Then down here today, I planted cockazel. That is a zucchini, and then the regular green zucchini here. I've still been getting tons of cucumbers. I started something called a Christmas pickle. I don't know if you guys know what that is. I'll put another picture up here. It's not mine, my picture. I made them 5 years ago when I had, or maybe it was 6, 7. Anyway, last time I had cucumbers, I made I made regular pickles or sweet pickles and dill pickles and the Christmas pickles. So that's what I'm gonna do this year. And I've got that started inside. So that should be my last round of pickling. And then, well, I lied. I'm going to do some pickled, like quick pickle fridge pickles with just shredding the cucumber, like with the, what do they call it? The peeler, just a peeler. You just peel the cucumber back and then put it in vinegar. So I think I'm going to grab my stuff and head inside. Tell me you've pruned tomatoes without telling me you've pruned tomatoes. So here are the beginnings of my Christmas pickles. So all I did was peel it, scoop out the insides of the cucumber, and now it's soaking in pickling lime for 24 hours. I started to film pickles, making pickles, the other day, and then I got distracted and finished it without filming. So maybe next year we'll do a video on pickling But that's it for me today, guys. I'm gonna go wash my hands. Pro tip, a little bit of vinegar will help get the tomato goo off your fingers. I might go out later tonight with Adon and get the black light out and check for hornworms. There was one plant that looked like it had a little bit of damage that we hadn't gotten I haven't pulled a hornworm off that particular plant, but anyway, I'm gonna wash my hands. We'll see you guys.